Welcome back to another random toy review on the channel. And this time it's of a Beast Machines Transformer. Warning you, like I said in the Red Alert review, the first few of these are going to be mostly Transformers because that's the toy line I'm most familiar with, and that's all I have of me at the moment. But eventually we'll get to some stuff, like some Batman toys or whatever, but we're going Transformers, and apparently I'm starting off with toys from Transformer lines that were controversial among the release. We did an Armada toy last time, and now we're doing a Beast Machines toy. This is Tankor from the Beast Machines line. The first thing to notice about Tankor is that if you've seen the Beast Machines cartoon, this is not what he looked like at all. I mean, the shape is there, but the colors are not. The head sculpt is not. The general premise is here, though, and that's because the toys were based off of concept designs for the cartoon, and those concept designs were later changed, and by the time they were changed for the final show, the toys were pretty much already in mass production, so Hasbro just went with it. But besides the fact, this is a beefy, really good vehicle. He was released in, I think, 1999. That would have been like when the first wave of Beast Machines toys came out. And he's a evil Viacon, probably the strongest Viacon, not smartest, definitely not, but definitely strongest in canon. Second to maybe Blast Charge, who didn't appear in the cartoon, but appeared in the comics, I think. But yeah, he is a really kind of threatening, very creative looking Cybertronian tank with a head on. This is not a turret, this is his head. Like that was the concept of the Viacons. They have like heads in vehicle mode because they're supposed to be like living vehicles, I guess. You can see the color scheme is mostly gunmetal gray mixed with some black and like orange and red. I really like the translucent kind of orange up here, fading into some white. You got some more red stripes up here. The very shiny gunmetal. Got some silver, or at least like polished silver, not actual silver, just kind of in the treads and the gears. Some molded in detailing. Looks rather nice, looks rather alien and maybe not futuristic. I don't know if that'd be the term, but alien at least. Got some there. Got some on the big turret here. No, one thing to hear. This little gear, or not gear, but place that holds in the turret. It kind of looks like the Viacon insignia. It's a tiny bit. From the back, it's I mean, there's his road mode head just right there. But it does serve as a gimmick. And there's the front. How does it roll? Rolling could be better. It's all right. I mean, there is kind of a gimmick in there, so we'll get to in a minute. But rolling's mid. It's passable. It's not as good as Red Alert. I don't expect it to be. Let's go ahead and go over some of the gimmicks in this mode, shall we? Let's start with, well, there's quite a few. In fact, most of the gimmicks are really in this mode. For one, see this hatch here? Open it up. That's his spark crystal, the Viacon spark crystal. I can zoom in. Red. There we go. Close that up. Next gimmick is the turret can move up and down, and it fires a missile. The missile is a really kind of cool little flame, little cannonball flame that starts off orange, then fades into a translucent. It kind of looks like the weird animation fireball effects from the show, which is really nice. And there's the inside of the can. Looks like Shockwave's head. I can't get that out of my mind. Go on, get in there. There you go. Another gimmick is you back here, this rear thruster, which I'm not sure why Tank would need a thruster like this, but hey, it's Cybertron. You can do whatever you want. You twist it, which is actually his head, and the vehicle mode head turns, so he can be like this, and then boom, spot you over there. What's that, you know? That's a nice little gimmick. And then the other one is, you open this here, And that reveals, well, not really much, just don't mess with the camera. Just reveals this little clear plastic, but that, he has an eye in here. There you can kind of see the eye now. The light piping is really good, but I don't have a camera right up below it. Or I might, hold on, let me get my flashlight. I'm just gonna use my phone flashlight real quick just so I can show you how good it is, because it is admittedly pretty good light piping. You see there? Oh. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. No. Alright, back to the actual toy. This red knob up here, you can move the eye. Don't know how well you can see it, but zoom in. Yeah, the eye moves back and forth. And it works with this closed as you can close this as well, and it still works, but I like to have it open. That way the light piping shines through and you can see the eye just moving. That is pretty mesmerizing, I will admit. So close that up and zoom back out. That's pretty much it for gimmicks, and I guess we'll go ahead and get into transformation now, shall we? I guess there is kind of an alternate gimmick or like a weird mode. We'll get into transformation. So first, separate this, pull these out. Oh, don't mess with the backdrop. Don't mess with the backdrop. There we go. You separate those, then you pull these up. Come on. There you go. And it kind of reveals another, like, attack mode. So these are buzzsaws that move with the wheels. So as you can see, if it lines up properly, the buzzsaws will move when it rolls. So that's pretty cool. That's a fifth gimmick. There's a lot of gimmicks in this mode. So separate those, and then you want to come back here and pull out the legs just on the side here. Split this, and then the whole waist section will just kind of come up like that. Halfway through you can turn it around. Nope, don't do that. And then it'll all kind of fall down like this and snap into place. And get the legs situated. Arms fold up. Arms come down. Kind of move the elbows out. Move this panel up. Move the arm down. Rotate this around. Up. You want to pull down the thruster so it locks into the back of the vehicle head, and then rotate the turnaround. Doesn't really lock in that well. And with that out of the way, stand them up and try to get them in camera like that. Come on. Okay, there we go. I don't want the camera to be crooked. Come on. There we go. There we go. Sorry about this. You have Tankor in robot mode. Let's go ahead and get a close-up of the face. Very mean looking face. Not show accurate, of course, but very mean looking face. He kind of has like a mouth articulation where you can open that up. We'll get to it in a second, but I have to do it this way so the move turn out of the way. But yeah, I really do like that face. Let's see. I guess we'll go over what changed and what's new and revealed. First of all, got some yellow detailing here. We didn't see yellow on him before. I guess it's more of like a golden yellow on his chest. That's pretty cool. mostly the same. From the back view, it's just the head like this. We already saw the buzzsaws, so the color scheme didn't really change much. It's mostly the same, but it kind of unfolds on itself and reveals some etched in detailing there, some there. Rather nice. A lot more of that, I think I noticed a lot more kind of lighter gray in this mode, like down here and like on the sides of his arms. See what else is there. You got the cannon that still works. I guess we'll go over articulation real quick, shall we? Because head, it is a swivel, but that's about it. Can't look up or down, and there is a gimmick in there we'll get to in a minute. Arms are on full 360 swivel, and it can go outward like that. Oh, don't unpeg the shoulder, and things are falling apart. Yeah, now I know why the Beast Machines toy line was so controversial. Not all the toys are that great. The elbows have a swivel, full 360, and a 90-degree bend, so that's always warranted, always nice. And the hands can kind of move, and the claws can open. That's a nice touch. If I can move this out of the way, you kind of get a waist swivel, but it doesn't really work. This is only for transformation. It'll just knock into the back of his head here. So legs, ball jointed hips, swivel at the knee. Let's see, how's the knee? The knee's a little over 90 degrees, so not a pretty good knee, but the feet, no feet movement whatsoever. So articulation on him could be better. It is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. You can kind of get him like this, but that's really the the extent of it. I guess we'll go over some gimmicks. Well, most of the gimmicks really were in tank mode, and they're just kind of left over into this mode. Like, for example, obviously back here, still got the spark crystal gimmick. The cannon still works. He has like an opening mouth gimmick, which is pretty cool. Zoom in back on the head again. I'm not quite sure what this. I think this is the gimmick. Just he can talk. He has jaw articulation. Just hello or something like that. So I mean that's good for posability, I guess. He has the gimmick in the tank mode where the eye moved. It kind of works here. The same red dot or red knob also can move his robot mode eye back and forth, and I think part of his head too, even though it doesn't work as well. Yeah, it barely works at all, but the light piping still works, which is pretty good. And other than that, that's about it. That's all the gimmicks. Most of the gimmicks were way better or worked better in tank mode. The robot mode is not as good. I still like the design of it at least. But, oh, and I guess you have the buzzsaw here. You can move this and make the buzzsaw, which on the top, in vehicle mode, it was silver. In robot mode, it looks more reddish. That's pretty cool. Or it was chrome. But, let's see if we can get him into a good pose for the final shot. He has okay articulation. There's some more detailing on the inside the legs there. See, I got okay articulation, which could be better, but most of the fun you'll get out of this guy is from the tank mode. That's where the gimmicks really shine. Robot mode, he makes more of a good like display figure. And if you really want a good Tankor that's a display figure, I'd probably go for either the tank drone from Beast Machines or the Thrilling 30 Tankor, because those are ones that are actually accurate to the cartoon. He did look like this in some Beast Machines comics, I think, but I recommend getting this figure either if you're a completionist or if you just want like a cool tank mode to kind of tinker around with. He makes a great display piece, and of course he's an iconic character in the show, but he doesn't look like he does in the show, so really, what's the point?